When is smut too much? Do you have the answer? No. When is it too much to just put yourself out there? Will you catch a disease from all the constant sex you're having? Or get pregnant? Well, my beautiful people, clearly in this world of Soyeon, none of that exists. Yeah. You see these? Doesn't exist. I don't really know where or how I found this in my smut journey, but I began reading. At first I was a bit intrigued, but as it has fully progressed, it has been throw up fodder for me. So let me give you a little bit of backstory. Soyeon likes to have sex. I mean, clearly that's why we're here. And it's mainly with random men. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing at all. Do you, right? But she also has a boyfriend whose name I don't really remember, and at this point we're just gonna call him Appa. Appa likes to watch Soyeon have sex with these random men. He's a cuck. If you didn't know that, he's a cuck. Yeah, they weren't always like this. I went back and I found that there was a pre-version of this manhwa where Soyeon and Appa were originally dating other people. I believe they had been married to these other people. I don't really remember, and I'm not gonna subject myself to reread this for my own mental health. But they met each other on a vacation, I believe, is where they met each other's partners, and they were immediately attracted to one another's partners. So they all agreed to swap until eventually they realized they wanted to be with each other and couldn't live without each other. It was very messy also at the very end. I really didn't care about the ending. So if you're curious what happened at the end, they got together. Soyeon and Appa are now together. That's all you really need to know. So now back to present day. Soyeon is doing it with multiple guys a day. Like, I think every day it's like a new guy. Or every other day at the very least. There really isn't any sort of storytelling in this manhwa, and I was okay with that originally. I don't really know. Let me just tell you. Soyeon goes off, has sex with a man. Oppa randomly hides, or he's listening on the phone while Soyeon is getting railed. And this goes on for even the most recent chapter. Yeah, I think it's like chapter 60 is where I stopped. I have a problem. I know that. My red flag is that I'm a completionist. Now, I'm not really mad about the simplicity of the story. However, the only things I'm over is Soyeon and Appa's relationship. It started fairly simple. Soyeon goes out, finds a new man to have sex with, and it's mainly a stranger. Appa does this thing, as a cuck does, and then they come back together and then they have sex, right? He fantasizes about it, pictures it in his mind, or sees it in his mind, pretending, whatever, right? But at a certain point, Appa is no longer in agreement with Soyeon having sex with all these guys. But then he goes again to encourage Soyeon to have sex with another man, literally having her go sit on a park bench, half naked, for a man to touch her. Really weird and almost manipulative. Also, she is allowing all of these men to go in her raw. No concern for any disease, possibility of getting pregnant, because they all are for sure just busting inside of her. Like they're finishing. It's completion in her. And just after a little while, it becomes a bit disgusting. You know what I mean? Like, just a little bit. I don't know, something about this just kind of gives me the ick. Okay, if you just need just a little bit more explanation, you're like, Aisha, what are you talking about? Like, come on, they're just having sex, they're having fun, you know? Kids, mind you, they're 30, but kids, I'm 30. Kids, right? So there was a time where she met a man who wanted to take pictures of Soyeon in swimsuits. He, of course, wants to have sex with her. I mean, everyone does, but he really does. He wants her bad. He also invites his brother, and they all have sex together. Then they invite Appa to come watch, who likes it in the moment, but then he gets pissed at Soyeon and the guy, and then he beats everyone up and forbids Soyeon from ever seeing him again. But this was your kink, so you kind of set that standard for her for it to be okay. Oh, and at some points when she's having sex with that random guy and his brother, she kind of wishes she could have them instead of Appa, because they feel so good. Right. And another time, Soyeon's sister comes over to spend the night, and if you guess nothing happened, you were not listening to me this whole time. Soyeon and Appa have a threesome with her sister, and it's weird. They're like comparing each other and also finding each other attractive. And I know some of this shit could happen in real life, but sister with sister, it creeps me out. Yeah, it's weird. It's nasty. Then they do it again. Yeah, sister on sister. They're back. But this time it's with the little sister's boyfriend, who also happens to be the very first guy we're introduced into Suyeon's whole cuckery. Yeah. This is one where the sisters are extremely intimate together. And of course the guy is turned on. But now I'm throwing up my mouth a little bit. See that? Let's throw up. It's disgusting. Really, the last straw for me was the sisters' intimacy, and sharing cunnilingus and that together. I had to close out and wash my eyes with peroxide. I get it though. She's freaky and really open to anything. But now I think the plot, which again didn't have one, is lost. They're a cuck swinging couple that are having sex just to have sex. I really don't know. I feel like this could have been a short story with showing how freaky they can be and their addiction, but it is dragged and led to some ickiness for me personally. I really don't have much to tell you. Like, I just wanted to share how disgusting this story was that I happened to come upon, and now you know about it too. I was hoping there would be some like moral high ground with this story, like she gets pregnant or contracts the disease because you can't keep not using a condom. You are picking these guys up literally off the street. Yeah, this is not safe. As a PSA, are you all listening? This is not a safe thing to do. Do not do this in real life. It's not safe. Please don't do this. This is not a safe thing for you to do. You can contract a disease. You do have a very high possibility of getting pregnant if someone is just loading into you over and over again, especially a stranger that you don't know. So don't do this. So yeah, I just want to tell you the disgusting shit that I decided to read. And if you were considering reading it, or you read it and you dropped it, yeah, it didn't get better, and it doesn't get better 70 plus chapters later. Appa is still a cuck, and Soyeon is loving every minute of it, and she keeps doing it. And I'm done reading it now. DNF'd. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe, or whatever you want. And as always, stay slutty, my friends. But not Soyeon slutty, please. Please use a condom. Please, I'm begging you. Use a condom for everyone's sake. It's just disgusting, guys. It's just disgusting.